giving away my precious youth and years to young men with no results in life.
Now this one I had a blast with. He was older, but we had so much fun together. We went to museums all the time. I still talk to him to this day. Now this one I really loved him, y'all, but he broke my heart, and he recently just came back out here and he like, can I see you? And I said no. This one I also loved. He's so sweet, and I also still talk to him to this day. Then this one came along. We had so much fun together, so many adventures together. All we used to do was cook and eat. I never
strokes in a public bus
when I was with him, but every time he came out here, we got into it, just be fussing. Then this one, he was so sweet.
Looks like his brother.
He used to skate. We skated around the city. He drove a taxi, which was nice because now we having cars out here. He helped me do my tree last year, and then he took me to play badminton, which he didn't know I loved, and I love. And it's skating around the city. It was so much fun.
I've done a ton of videos on the Passport Bros community, whether that was specific instances of men abroad and their experiences, or women in these countries speaking about the positives, the value that these men bring when they go abroad, all the way down to the negative, going down to places such as Colombia and getting drugged and what happened to said men. A lot of content within this space. But what if I told you guys that there is a such thing as a passport? How? Would you believe me? There's a video of a young lady that is documenting her experiences with being abroad. You can see this video has almost 100,000 likes, ton of comments. Let's get in there because I think it's interesting to be able to take a look at least the beginnings of a movement, because we all know this. Men start doing something, women will at first lambaste it, and shortly thereafter, they're just gonna copy it for their damn self. But let's get after this content and diagnose the situation. All the men that I've dated while living in Barcelona, Spain.
This was actually the first man I met when I moved to Barcelona. He was so nerdy and cute, but then I got tired of talking to him. Now this one, I had a blast.
Grown men are not supposed to be doing kissy faces. Please stop it. I thought that the emasculinization of men was something that was really just specific to the States. But when I say the West, I also now mean in European countries as well. Give this man some Vaseline as well. Let's go.
Talking to him. Now this one I had a blast with. He was older, but we had so much fun together. We went to museums all the time. I still talk to him to this day. Now this one I really loved him, y'all, but he broke my heart, and he recently just came back out here and he like, can I see you? And I said no. This one I also loved. He's so sweet, and I also still talk to him to this day. Then this one came along. We had so much fun together, so many adventures together. All we used to do was cook and eat. I never
strokes in a public bus
when I was with him, but every time he came out here, we got into it, just be fussing. Then this one, he was so sweet.
Looks like his brother.
He used to skate. We skated around the city. He drove a taxi, which was nice because now we having cars out here. He helped me do my tree last year, and then he took me to play badminton, which he didn't know I loved, and I love. And it's skating around the city. It was so much fun. Now this one recent, he came and got me for the airport, but he wasn't hitting on nothing. And then this the Italian guy I be talking about.
So the young lady, well, if you take a look at her again, you know, she's obviously in her 20s. Not one, not two, but 3 nose piercings. She also has a bunch of strong looking tattoos. Fits the motif of the strong and independent woman going abroad to live out her roaring 20s sufficiently. What I find so interesting, amongst all of the things within this video, is the only one that she called out that didn't slap cheeks was this young man right here. Now, obviously, the comments for a video like this are going to be uniquely different depending upon which side of the spectrum that you are on. Most of the women are commenting, "Go Khalid! This is just so awesome. One day I could see myself abroad being juked by Harry, Rod, Tom, and Peter, giving away my precious youth and years to young men with no results in life. So no black men in Spain. No, there's barely any. I've actually been to Barcelona 2 times, but there's barely any. Write a book, sis. I'll read it. Having picture receipts is killing me. I think I like your life. The roster is impeccable. I ain't gonna hold you, said Sade. That is a solid lineup. And I said, no, sent me, standing on business. Ladies, this is how you're supposed to be dating. Oh, really? As you guys can see, she's built quite the modern woman echo chamber on her page. praising her for her sexual liberation while seeing nothing wrong with the way that she's conducting herself, and then also publicly outing all of the men that have chosen to date her. But of course, there's a much different perspective of all of this, and it would come from somewhere within this sector of content up on YouTube. But before I completely go in, I want to show you guys another video of her recording her dating experience.
All right, let's go on another date. So this was my date.
Pues mira, compré un montón de cositas. Compré queso.
He not talking about nothing but groceries he bought. Looks like she's on Bumble, by the way.
So, lechuga para hacer una ensalada.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Bien, ¿tú?
Bien.
¿Tú tu fiesta, navidades?
Yo, she's really secretly dating him. Me not giving a damn and ready to go. Pay attention.
Okay, let's talk this date while I eat my
hate that
leftovers
smack.
from the date. So initially, I liked conversing with him because he wasn't pressing me. You know, you want a man to be interested in you, but you don't want him to be like pressing you. Because for me, then you're going to get on my nerves, right? So I was thinking, okay, he must have good self-control, you know.
Oh.
Anyway, let me get to the point.
What a lovely bonnet queen.
As soon as I saw him, I wanted to turn around. Before that day started, I was ready for it to end. Mind you, my reading people skills is top tier. I know how to read a person. I know how to read a picture. I can tell you everything about a person from a picture. So before I swiped right on him, on the app, I was like, it's something about him I don't like.
Notice what she's saying. Her people reading skills is top tier. And she knew before she even swiped right that there was something about him, something that she didn't like. So then why then would you go on a date with him? This is what I refer to as a foodie call. Because the burden of consequences for a date going wrong falls on the guy. That's why you guys should get off of these goddamn dating apps and not take them seriously. Meet these women in real life. Have a conversation with them to understand the value that they can have within your life. Also notice too how demeanor is so much different than on the date, than the way that she's demonstrating herself in front of a camera for her girl club.
And I know I'm going to swipe right, but I know I'm not going to like him. But because the conversation was good, I said, okay,
wasting his time.
He might be all right. But I knew. Girl, so anyway, I just was not loving what was in front of me. I did not. So anyway, I sat down and I'm just acting so tired because I'm like, let me push him away so I can get the hell away from this meal table. I was even thinking about walking out or going to the bathroom, but the bathroom was at the back, so I couldn't do that. So I was like, let me just act like I'm so tired.
Wow.
I'm just not in the mood. I was like, you know, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just so tired today. You know, just not giving him no energy.
Look at it.
So because of that, the dinner was short as hell. We spent every bit about 35 minutes with him. I said, thank you, Lord. Anyway.
But guess who paid?
I blocked him and I matched with him on that app so fast. Cause no. So anyway, after that, while I was actually on my date, or before I got to my date, literally right before, my Italian guy had asked me if I was doing something that night. He wanted to see me.
She switch hitting.
And I said, I'm going to eat with a friend, but after that, nothing. Ended up at my Italian guy's house, and we was watching YouTube videos about Louisiana, about the place, the town he from in Italy. We looking at food in Louisiana. We just watching all kind of stuff. And he's a professional artist, so he asked me to draw on this little thing and see how I feel about the pen that he be using. So anyway, we was drawing, laughing about that. What would you give it a 1 out of 10?
Trash.
It's really cute. But I'm sure you're a better writer.
You know, the amount of times that we as modern men today have to lie to women to make you feel good about what you don't do well, the lack of talent that you have, it's mind-boggling.
Plus. Again, just like last time, we was talking. When I said I got there like 9 something, we didn't go to sleep. I ended up staying the night, but we didn't go to sleep till like 5 in the morning. When I say just talking.
Yeah, okay.
Laughing, talking. Like when I say conversation with him is just endless. It's kind of insane to me. Like we just never ran out of nothing to talk about.
So why are you dating other guys?
Anything, everything. I ask is just talk. And the point is, absolutely hated the date. Ended up back with my Italian guy that night, and I don't have no dates lined up right now. But should I do? I'll take y'all on them. So see y'all on the next date.
They bringing that behavior for the States and taking it elsewhere and turning the men elsewhere in the dogs as well. I can only imagine, and in fact, I don't have to imagine because this happened to me as well, linking up with a young lady and then her seeming tired or uninterested at the point that you're talking to them and meeting them. This is why I tell you guys so often is that when they begin to disrespect you, go walk up, talk to the waiter on your way to the bathroom and tell them to split the tab. Don't come up to the table with one bill as if there is an expectation that I'm supposed to pay for her lack of respect. And while I tell you guys to meet them in real life, let's say that you do meet them on a dating app, you should always video chat them first. Establish that attraction initially so you can understand the ROI before taking time out your day to meet with women that got an Italian guy who are going to get the benefit later on that night for the cost that you spent on that date. Yo, these comments on the side are just absolutely hilarious. Look at this one at the top. At least you got some good friend. Laughing my ass off. Right. Again, modern women today thoroughly detailing that they have little to no empathy for men or men's plight or men's position in the dating game today. I find it so interesting because women will often complain about the emotional incapability of men, but you guys are demonstrating your psychopathic tendencies right here. They only ask themselves what's in it for them, but at least you got some good food out of it, right? Oh, this date was a totally different vibe from the Italian guy. Love that the Italian guy reached out to you while you were on your date. I love your stories. Ah, the Italian guy, I love that for you. He. Yes, he's the sweetest. Inevitably, Italian guy is probably dipping within them cheeks, but he's too sweet for her. That's why she's currently dating. He's good enough for right now. Tells her that her ridiculous turtle drawings is okay, but deep down, she don't respect you for that. Why? Well, she grew up in a culture where she's looking for a corporate ghost. And if you don't have that edge, she's gonna continue to give you pity cheeks while trying to date other guys up on her dating app. And all that time, you could be focused up in your purpose, developing yourself as a man as opposed to critiquing her stupid turtle pictures. But as with all of these stories where they go over their dating life, she caught enough backlash on the original video where she thought that she should have an explainer video to give you guys some more additional context. Let's pay attention.
I'm going to answer some questions and discuss some things just because I feel like it. So this question first, did you date all of them at the same time? No. So I've been here for 3 years and I met all these men over the span of 3 years. I also had a lot of questions asking where I met them. I met them on dating apps. Another common question was, are the men here any better than American men?
Before she answers that, do you notice what she did right there? She's technically not lying when she said, did you date all of them at the same time? So she's answering the all question. So she can say no to that. But she just said in the last video that she went on a date with a guy while she's still banging with the Italian guy. So she's utilizing the word all in that sentence to make it appear as that she's not double dipping into different eggplants at the same time at all. Let's keep going.
And in my experience, men are men everywhere from everywhere, and it's hard to find a good one. Now to address, firstly, I think it's weird and strange for y'all to assume the relationship that I have or have had with these men. I also had a lot of weird and disgusting comments about my intimate life, and I had to shut that down because I don't play it. Someone said that it's not far-fetched to think that I slept with all of them because we in a house. Okay, and when y'all go to a man's house or a man comes to y'all house, do y'all have to get down every time? Y'all don't talk. Y'all don't dance.
Every time? She's using that all argument again. Pay attention.
Y'all don't eat. Y'all don't drink tea, coffee, or wine. Y'all don't do puzzles. Because that's what I be doing. And literally with one of them, I had emergency surgery to get my appendix out 2 years ago. And at the time, he was the closest person to me here because I was here by myself. And so he stayed with me so he can take care of me, cook for me, carry heavy things. Like, it's just... y'all just, and also y'all are like, oh my gosh, this is not a flex. It's not a flex. It's not supposed to be a flex. I'm just sharing my experiences in dating abroad. And I think if you haven't lived abroad, lived in an international hub, dated while traveling, you just wouldn't get it. Like, I'm from a small town. If I was back at home, I wouldn't have no options, not one. But here, people are coming and going. People are always moving here. The dating pool is just always changing. You're always meeting new people. You're always experiencing new people. So it's like, it's just, it's normal. It is what it is. So anyway, yes, you can find some fine meat here because like I said, people are always traveling here. But again, the video was all in good fun. Enjoy it. Let it be crazy. Let it be silly. Let it be funny, whatever. Like,
I absolutely love that we have access to the internet so that these young women are documenting their experiences so we can all have life lessons from them. To all 23.5 women that listen to this channel, do understand this. And I actually got asked this in my real life not too long ago. Men of value, substance, and purpose don't value all of the experiences that you've ever had before in your life. Masculine men want to introduce you to new experiences. We value innocence. We value new. We value the inexperienced. And y'all can call us misogynistic, patriarchal pigs, all that you want, but it's down to our core. It's biological in nature. If I'm sitting across the dinner table from a young lady that's talking about that she spent all this time in another country, my ears are gonna go up. I wouldn't say that's a red flag, but I would say that's a key indicator. But then if she begins to talk about all of the dating and all of the things that she's experienced during the time, that to me is a red flag. Now, a red flag the size of Haley's comment is to go find her TikTok page where she's documenting all of her experiences. And for what? For clout. For the dopamine hit that drips down into her soul because she's living out the dreams of feminists everywhere. But at the end of the day, it is your life. Choose whatever it is that you want to do with it. Make sure that of the choices that you're making, you understand the consequences for said choices. And if you've done the math and the things that you are demonstrating all over social media, if you get more benefit out of that, out of the potential repercussions of not getting your end goal at the end of it, then do your thing, all right? Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre Tourism Reviews at gmail.com. Can't we have anything to ourselves? Shout out to the Passport Pros. I see y'all. Why they gonna go ahead and copy y'all? They can't get nothing of their own. Until next time, you two. Peace.